It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight at Charlotte, as they'll be playing against Brooklyn. Looking at the Nets, things haven't exactly gone according to plan for them in the early going, as they've gone just 1-4 to start the season. They still haven't shaken off that rust from the offseason. With the new year getting ramped up, teams just...
Tell them sit down. Be humble.
Welcome to the... So off the tip at Charlotte. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Smith is out there with Tyreek Evans. Then there's Howard. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Bosh in at the power forward position. Evans kicks to Howard. That one drops for him. Howard's got his team on the board to start the game for Charlotte. Team still learning the ins and outs of their systems and how to play together in these early games. If you were coaching Clark and your team was struggling, how long do you wait before making changes?
It's hard to say, Kevin. It's a matter of feel and understanding your personnel, and sometimes it's gut instinct, consulting with your staff. But I think you've got to try to keep your changes to a minimal, and when you do make them, try to make sure they're relatively small changes so that you have a chance to adjust and your team does too.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Hey, it's a simple game. Just take what the defense allows. Wiggins reads it, smooth with the mid-range stroke. Knock it down.
Fires from 18. Pachulia, good.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Oh, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup.
Here's Howard, and that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Charlotte on D. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Yeah, you don't want to leave that lettuce at the line, man. Easy points available at the free throw line. You got to cash those in.
Randolph can't hit. And so here's Charlotte. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And they won the season series against this club last year, but, you know, then again, so did a lot of other teams.
Hey, Greg, we got to be honest here, which is really the only way I roll. Neither of these teams are world beaters. I mean, but you've got to start somewhere. A win tonight would be a step in the right direction.
Howard, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And really, there's no reason why Howard can't at least be boxed out. When he comes up with these rebounds, it's night-night for the defense.
Now here's Gay, hoping to put that miserable performance against Milwaukee behind him tonight. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. And for this new front office in Brooklyn, such a daunting task. Clark, pretty bare cupboard as far as players and picks. How do they do it?
Well, you got to make $1 out of 15 cents, basically, and that's a stretch. Hiring a top-flight analytics team to find hidden gems, another piece of the puzzle. A big performance staff to individualize and maximize player development. But it goes back to resources being invested in good players that will develop, and then folks to develop.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Finishing with authority. You like to see Wiggins playing with that kind of attitude and edge.
Randolph, a screen on Smith. Smith against Conley. Randolph passes to DeRozan. Stolen by Bosh. Evans outside. No one near Smith as he lets it go. And the 3 off target. Brooklyn trailing. It's Gay with the drive. It's not going to go for him. Excellent D from Howard. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Smith dishes to Wiggins. Back to Smith. Outside Bosh. Evans kicks to Bosh. 5 on the clock. Smith for 3. Again, the miss by Smith. Over in the corner, Conley. Fouled in the act of shooting a three-point play chance coming up.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
From deep, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. So at the end of one quarter of play. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes...
Basketball, this is my passion, on the court, it's my sanctuary.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
It's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
Listen, early on taking the lead, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around, staying aggressive, and capitalizing too.
We've got Rudy Gay, Conley out there with DeRozan. Then it's Zach Randolph, and it's Pachulia in at the 5 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Conley, the pass to Randall. To the middle. Tries again. And Pachulia with the lay-in. Good. Pachulia's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game. And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Yeah, these teams evenly matched, Greg, trading hits and refusing to give up any advantage.
And when you look at Dennis Smith Jr., you aren't blown away by the physicality at first, but he's incredibly gifted for a player his size. Great speed and quickness to blow by defenders.
Okay, that's a 2-pointer. It's a hand on it. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. And here's Charlotte. Evans outside. The shot, no good. Nice D from DeRozan. And with Dennis Smith, it isn't just burst of speed, it's his play in the open floor and Greg running end to end, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, he also just jumps and finishes at the rim like a shooting guard. He's only probably 6'2", 6'3", but he gets up in the air like a wing player. He's a lot like Derrick Rose was when he burst on the scene.
Here's Evans. And he banks in the layup. Evans has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And if there's a path to the hoop, you can bet Evans is going to try and find it. He stays in constant motion, looking to get to the basket and finish at the rim.
Here's DeRozan. Good on the baseline, Jay. DeRozan's got 6.
Love that aggressive mentality, constantly looking to put the ball in the basket.
Evans with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Howard with a screen on DeRozan. Evans kicks to Howard. Out to the wing. Bosch dishes to Smith. Screen by Howard. And it's Smith penetrating. Stolen by Michael Conley. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. DeRozan leading the charge. That puts them in the lead. He's got 8. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Bosch, the screen. Here's the screen. Smith kicks to Wiggins. Gay with the block.
You got to respect those long arms of Gay. I mean, superb at swatting shots away, put those big hands.
And it's Smith missing.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that.
Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Screen by Howard. Here's Bosch. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain, Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. And time now to send you back.
Welcome back as we get a beautiful aerial view of the Williamsburg Bridge connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn. Nets leading by 3. Tipping off the second half. Here's Steve Clifford's 5. Wiggins is out there with Chris Bosh. And it's Smith. Then there's Howard. And it's Evans in at the 2 spot.
And you want to talk about high volume scores. Just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Screen by Howard. And that's Evans penetrating. And Evans throws it down hard.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Bosh passes to Evans. He feeds it to Wiggins. The basket good off the assist from Evans. And that's now 6 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Always like seeing Evans share the basketball. A capable passer who knows how to get his guys going.
They set the screen. Randolph dishes to DeRozan. And they double up DeRozan. 6 on the shot clock. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
They call it old school. That's what it is when you watch Zach Randolph play the game of basketball. He's got such great skill and touch around the basket. We call it the old man game, and I tell you what, he gets it done every night.
You know, as you've said, Greg, all the time, Zach Randolph can roll out of bed and get you 20.
I mean, he's just a natural scorer. He can post up, he can face up, and he just stays with it. An excellent offensive rebounder. This guy just has that nuance to his game that's made him so effective.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Randolph, a screen on Smith. Randolph against Bosh. Out to Conley. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Charlotte trailing. A shot by Evans. Nobody around. Hits it from 3-point range. Evans has got 11.
Everything working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Conley against Smith. Pachulia with the screen on Smith. Randolph a screen. Here's Conley. Another miss by Conley.
Boy, they ran the offense well to get this look. Even though he missed it, I think they liked the shot.
For 3, Smith. They get it again. Howard, that's good. Now it's a 4-point Charlotte lead.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Outside Randolph. Over Bosh. Nice shot by Randolph. Randolph's got 4 points this quarter. There's a minute left in the third. Here's Evans. He's got 11. Howard with his screen on DeRozan. Here's Evans. And Pachulia pulls it down. Pachulia's got 3 rebounds now in this one. A shot off that time. Wiggins with some nice D. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Smith. And Smith slams it home.
Yeah, Smith doesn't mind showing off his dunking ability. This guy can throw it down with a little flavor.
some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Evans. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one falls for Evans.
You got to appreciate the skill set of Evans. I mean, Tyreek Evans can play a few different spots for you. He's got nice handles for a guy his size.
Wiggins against Conley. Gay kicks to DeRozan. 3 seconds left. No good on that one. And so it's Charlotte bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And now let's take a listen on head coach Steve Clifford.
That was all decision making. Great job with the personnel. We didn't.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. And so it's Charlotte with it. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. We've got Conley. Pachulia is out there with Zach Randolph. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Gay in at the 3 slot. So that's the Nets 5. Dishes to Pachulia. Puts it up from 12. Randolph can't hit. Charlotte leading by 7. Evans outside. Now the feed to Smith. There's the screen. Back to Evans. On the wing, Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. DeRozan against Evans. And DeRozan kicks to Gay. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Gay's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Nets. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Conley against Smith. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And, you know, even though they're up, he's been off his game this quarter, having trouble finding the basket.
Gay in the corner. Randolph kicks to DeRozan. Nice D from Bosch.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
And, you know, that's not easy at all. When guys get this close to the bucket, it's tough to stop the basket.
The shot's good from Evans.
And how about the confidence from Evans? He's feeling like no one can stop him playing with a ton of heart.
Here's DeRozan. It's good.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
Yeah, he's really calm in these situations. Simply takes his time in tight spots. You got to be patient, and he is playing to his strengths. He's really the guy you want on the stripe in that situation. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's clutch.
Smith, the pass to Howard. Screen by Smith. Howard dishes to Evans. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Pachulia. Conley with it. Now Smith defending. Conley kicks to Randall. Over Bosch. Offensive rebound. Pachulia. Good.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
Well, they don't have anybody to blame but themselves. Got to prevent them from getting good looks this late in the ball game. You got to come up with stops.
And DeRozan kicks to Conley. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. And the Nets lead by 1.
And the spacing that Conley provides from long range really has become crucial to this offense.
Smith kicks to Wiggins. Evans at the elbow.
Tyreek Evans, he's got them falling in right now.
Nets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Left side, DeRozan. Down low. Sinks it.
And this atmosphere is bananas.
Electric in here. I mean, that was a tremendous shot. This crowd all over it. Turned up.
Charlotte calls timeout. They're down by 1. There's 42 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hand.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Steve Clifford had to say to his team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David.
Got to admire the guts of Gay here, not shying away from taking huge shots. Ice in his veins.
It's good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
I tell you, Smith is the real deal, showing a lot of grit down the stretch in these tight spots. Nothing rattles this guy.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Evans at the elbow. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on DeRozan.
You got to respect the physicality of Evans. Excellent at drawing contact on his way up.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That brings them within 2 here. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
Bosch kicks to Smith. Feeds to Bosch. Puts up a 3. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Well, Smith is both a volume and efficient three-point scorer. I mean, he shoots a lot of them, but he makes a good percentage of them, too.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're up by 1. 1 second left in the fourth quarter. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Boy, DeRozan is a treat to watch. This guy is athletic, and he throws down some monster dunks.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony.
DeRozan with 54. Colin and Pachulia both with 24. Pachulia had 24 boards. Gay with 18 boards, 12 points. Zebo with 12 points, 9 boards, 6 assists. $57 points. Under 50% shooting. 12 assists. Clutch free throw miss. Some late game passing that wasn't needed. We needed to jack up a shot. Tyreek, I didn't do anything wrong, coach. I'll promise I'll drop 70 next game. Evans. Giant with 24 and 27. DSJ with 21 and 9. Wiggins with 18 and 9. Bosch with Kevin Love points and 15 boards. I think the kicker here for me is the paint, and the paint.